Hey, aspiring author, writing your book doesn't have to feel complicated or expensive. You don't need fancy software or a big budget to get started. In fact, there are plenty of free tools that can help you draft, edit, organize, and even stay focused while you write. Today, I'm sharing some of my favorite free writing tools that will help keep you in the flow so you can stop overthinking and start writing your book. Let's get it. Ready to write your first book and make an impact? Do you wish you could organize your book ideas without feeling overwhelmed and actually find the time to write and finish your book? Hey, I'm Donna Cherie, a book writing coach and author. Welcome to Book Writing Made Simple. Inside this podcast, I'll teach you how to get a clear vision for your book idea, get organized, keep it simple, and develop a writing plan so you can finally get your book out into the world. Grab a notebook and pen with your favorite cup of tea. Hey, welcome to Book Writing Made Simple. I'm your host, Donna Cherie. I help Christian aspiring authors organize their ideas to write and publish their first book so they can make a kingdom impact. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button in the podcast app so you never miss an episode packed with simple, practical tips that you can use to help you simplify your book writing process and get organized. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't, if this is your first time joining us. One of the reasons so many aspiring authors never finish their book is because they think they need expensive tools or the perfect setup before they get started. They feel like they need to have everything figured out. But did you know there are free tools that can carry you a long way throughout your book writing journey? Whether it's drafting your manuscript, editing your chapters, organizing your notes, getting clear on your ideas, or just finding focus when life is very busy, there's something out there that can help you. When I wrote my first book, Untarnished, I didn't have all the fancy programs or even know what half of them were. I used Microsoft Word, Google Docs, a couple of apps, and my calendar to set aside writing time. That was it. And guess what? Those free writing tools helped me finish a manuscript that I published and held in my hands. And I'm not the only one. I know other authors who have drafted their entire manuscripts using free writing tools. So please do not feel like you have to have paid subscriptions to different writing services or tools. It's definitely not necessary. And we're going to talk about that in today's episode. And this is the proof that free doesn't have to mean limited. It's truly being resourceful, working with what you have to get the job done. That's all that matters. And another thing that matters too, or what matters most, is your discipline, organization, and getting to the finish line. And you can do that with free writing tools. Here are some free writing tools that can help you right now along your book writing journey that I want to share with you. I'm going to share 5 different free writing tools for various aspects of the book writing process. So again, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 different free writing tools that will help you with various aspects of the book writing process. So whatever part of the process that you're in, one of these tools can help you. So the first one is when you're drafting your manuscript. You want to stick to a place where you can have your full manuscript. The software that I would recommend to you is Google Docs. And Google Docs, if you're not familiar with it, it's a simple cloud-based software that auto-saves everything. And it's very similar to the setup and style of Microsoft Word. So you don't have to worry about if you saved your document or not. You can also see your word count, download it as a text or Word file once you have your final manuscript. You can download files in different formats that include PDFs if you want to send your book or a portion of it to a friend, a book writing coach, an editor, or someone else to review it. so that they can't, not that they would tamper with it, but no one can change your ideas. So it could be a good way for you to share your manuscript via PDF. The cool thing that I like about Google Docs is that you can work offline too. So if you're not on the internet or Wi-Fi, you can enable that feature in your workspace so that you have the opportunity to work offline if you decide to. So that's for drafting your manuscript. And today I'm really just giving you maybe one or two tools from each different category of the book writing process that I thought you might need so that you don't get overwhelmed or have too many decisions before you. All right. So number 2 is editing. And you know that if you've been listening to this show, I discourage you from editing your your manuscript. But if you're a person who you feel like you might be struggling or just you need to do a little bit of editing, if that eases your mind, you can utilize Grammarly, the free version of Grammarly. Not something that you need to pay for. Again, all these tools that I'm sharing today have free versions or it's just free in general. So with Grammarly, this program checks your grammar, your spelling, and tone. You can use this. I recommend that you use this once your final manuscript is completed or to make sure that the tone of your writing is being conveyed. The key here is to only use this program to enhance your writing, not hinder it. So what do I mean by that? Not getting stuck in the editing cycle that you're trying to edit your whole manuscripts and then you forget about writing. You forget about getting to the finish line because you've been stuck in this cycle of editing. What I also mean by this is that you use Grammarly as an assistant, not as a replacement to your own unique voice. So not allowing it to change your style, your tone of your manuscript, and making sure that's communicated across. So that's that tip, that tool. And then the third one that I want to share with you, and this pertains to organization and planning. If you're out and about and inspiration strikes you and you don't have your laptop or your iPad or whatever it might be that you use to write your manuscript, you can use something like Milanote or Google Keep as a quick way to jot down ideas, write short sentences, layouts that might come to your mind, or how you want to format your book, or quotes on the go. Whatever you choose, during this process, make sure you stick to it because you don't want to have notes all over the place. You don't want to be using Milanote and Google Keep or sticky notes and all these other things. Make sure that you decide that you have your go-to place for inspiration when it strikes you that will be available on your phone or your tablet while you're out and about. This can also be what we call in the writing world a tandem document and be used to pull thoughts or ideas from it into your full manuscript file. So you can have a tandem document on Google Keeps that when ideas come to you or a different sentences, you might get a few sentences while you're out and about or whatever it might be. You can jot it down there, things that come up for you, and then see if it will transfer into your manuscript. So that is a great tip, in my opinion, on organization and planning, having that place for your tandem document for when inspiration strikes you, because it could strike at any time. Number 4 is dealing with inspiration and focus. So the free writing tool that I have for that we carry everywhere we go is on your phone, which is to put your phone on do not disturb mode so that you can avoid distractions as you write. If you're not feeling inspired, you can also download to help you focus, download a free coloring worksheet that could be available. I know they have free printables online and you can use that to color, jot down your thoughts. not jot down your thoughts, but kind of process your thoughts through just coloring or just to relax your mind if you feel like there's nothing coming up for you. This is something that I personally use. I use an adult coloring book to help me just ease my mind or take my mind off of something that I might be thinking about intensely, and it helps me to relax and get new ideas and sparks creativity. So that's something that is also a free tool. Is the printable. Well, you may have to print it out if you have a printer at home, but the cost is pretty low. So maybe not entirely free, but it is pretty low. And to put your phone on Do Not Disturb is definitely free. You can also set a timer for 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break. This is what we call the Pomodoro method. So this is when we're dealing with time management and productivity. This is something that individuals recommend or experts recommend that you do to help you get your work done. So that is an idea that you can try. You can also set a timer for 30 minutes to an hour and write as much as you can until your timer goes off. And then just leave it there. So the space that you created, the space that you allotted to write, utilize that, and then after it's done, you could stop. Or if you still have time left and you still have some things that gives you the inspiration to write, then keep going and do that. But these are some free tools that will help you to spark inspiration and also stay focused during your book writing process. The fifth writing tool that I want to share with you today is voice to text. So Google Docs has a feature that allows you to voice type. And what that means is that it turns your spoken words into text. So if you're on the go and inspiration strikes you, you can open up your Google Doc and still capture through your voice. If you feel like you're not the best at typing or have limited typing capabilities, this could be a good option for you as well. There's also, I know with iPhone, there's an app that has a free voice, I think it's called Voice Memo app, but that's something I've used in the past as well to just like my thoughts were going so fast that it was just easier for me to actually talk and then have it turn it into text. So that's an option. Another alternative is otter.ai, their free plan. So again, not something that you have to purchase. It records and transcribes auto, which can be very useful for talking out your book ideas, for capturing your thoughts that are coming very quickly. So that's something that's available as well. So be sure to check that out and don't feel obligated to use all of these tips or to implement all of these tools into your book writing process. If there's ones that you've already established and it's working well for you, go for it. But if there's some that I've shared today that you haven't tried or you're not familiar with and you need to really stay on track and be organized and keep moving forward in the book writing process, give these tools that I shared with you today a try and implement them. The bottom line, don't wait for the perfect setup. Don't wait for the perfect setup. Use what's free, stay consistent, and let your words flow. Those are the main things. So just to recap real quick, those 5 different free writing tools, they focus on drafting your manuscript, editing, organization and planning, inspiration and focus, and voice to text options. So feel free to utilize them and let me know if you do. I'd love to hear from you. Listen, your book doesn't have to sit on the back burner any longer. Just start small, pick one of these free tools and put it into action this week. That's all I'm asking you to do. And if you want more encouragement and resources to help you in your book writing journey, come join me inside the Book Writing Made Simple Writers community at donnacherie.com/community. You don't have to do this alone. You don't have to go on this book writing journey alone. I'll see you inside. Until next time, ciao. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's episode inspired you to take that next step to write your book. Remember, small steps lead to big results. If this podcast has blessed you in some way, be sure to leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. Your support means the world to me, and it helps others to find the show. Also, be sure to pass on the inspiration by sharing this episode with a friend who could benefit from this message. God bless you, sis, and never, ever give up.